Oh gosh, guys, it's glad to be back. I'm finally able to get another chapter review out. As you see, I'm only going to be reviewing two chapters, try to get myself back to the mood of recording. And don't worry, and then the next one will be me ending this arc, and then I'll probably do sometime later a whole arc review. But let's get to these two chapters. Well, continuing their flashback, Emochis and Kimu's, or the Caterpillar Bros. I'll just call them that when I'm talking about both of them. But while they're being bullied, they actually are smart and record Bandou bullying them, and they basically show it to the whole class and the parents and the teachers. And I think that was a good a good payback thing to do. I know I felt some satisfaction when I first read it. And then Bandou takes it very much too far by framing his father for molestation by paying off asking one of his sisters friends to frame Emochi's father. And then he throws a golf ball at the window of their car while they're driving and gets them into a horrible accident, paralyzing his mother. And since his father was accused of molestation, I think it was like they had a golf course or a miniature golf course. I can't exactly remember what they had, but the customers stopped coming. So that ended up with his father turning to drinking and Emochi having to drop out of school and get a job. And while this happened, he broke off with Kimu. He ended their friendship. And I do really feel bad for them. And I like that they're giving us so much backstory on them, because I like that they're kind of, we get to see the whole story of what happened. And Bandou is he's definitely one of the more hateable characters I've seen in my years of reading and watching manga and anime. But he's supposed to be like that. And after about 10 years later, his Emochi's father died of drinking himself to death, and his mother died a few years later. So that, and after all that, Emochi's still angry, of course, because his parents died and all they left him was debt. So he has to keep on working his day-to-day job. You see him, he's basically a janitor. And while he's doing this, somebody asks him to take a picture, of a family, and he sees that it's Bandou. Bandou doesn't recognize him, because of course he wouldn't, but he definitely recognizes Bandou. And it was definitely a sobering experience for Emochi, seeing that all the horrible things Bandou did never came back to bite him in the ass. And that his life was basically perfect and smooth sailing from when they last met. And Emochi's has just been on a downward spiral, keep going and going and going. So when he's at his worst, when he's feeling all of this anger and hatred, that's when Chiharu comes to confront him. And Emochi says he wants to get revenge with Kimu against everybody that bullied them. So these two chapters were definitely very good, and I enjoyed them. And I definitely like to know what your opinion on the whole, backstory in general is, since we're going to be getting into the battle next in the next few chapters. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm happy to be back, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah, bye guys.